Hi Matt, good to see you this morning. We have arranged a webinar for Friday lunchtime about personal branding and thought leadership. And we've had a few questions about what that actually means and what a bit of the content's going to be about. So I thought it was really a great opportunity for us to jump on, make a quick video and sort of give some ideas and views really. So give us a quick heads up. First of all, sort of introduce yourself, sorry, and then give us a quick heads up about the webinar on Friday and what the content's all about.
Yeah, great. So I'm Matt Craven. I'm the founder and managing director of a company called the CV and Interview Advisors. And we specialize in personal branding for senior people. And yeah, the webinar that we're running on Friday is going to be really interesting. This is all about personal branding and thought leadership. And we're specifically aiming this at senior leaders who are involved in running businesses and how they can use personal branding and thought leadership as a tool for business success. This is something that when people see and listen to, they realize how it's relevant to them. The challenge is to get it on people's radar, because it kind of sounds a little bit buzzwordy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Personal thought leadership. And people are often a little bit skeptical about it. But let me just give you some kind of headline things here. So who uses thought leadership? Well, Dyson use it. PwC use it. IBM use it. Deloitte use it. McKinsey use it. We use it. Cisco, the Internet of Things, is very much intrinsic to their thought leadership strategy. So some of the top brands in the world are using thought leadership. We have a new contract that's come on board with us, with an organization that operates globally, and they're just jumping on board with thought leadership and learning how to use thought leadership as a way to drive business and increase its brand and increase its profile in their industry. And the kind of premise of it is to be a leader in your industry. And that really is about the company being seen as a leader in its industry, not just one of the masses. I'm talking about being the authority figure in a certain industry sector. That's very much part of what we've done. So you talk about career development and personal branding for executives, and who are the leaders in that? Who are the people that are innovating and getting out there and talking to the world about these subjects, and who's developed methodologies about these subjects, who's talking constantly about these subjects? Well, that's us. And every organization in any industry can become that authority figure. And it's the company itself, but it's also the leaders within that organization. So your personal brand, that's the leaders of the organization, but it's also every market-facing person within that business. And using thought leadership as a tool for driving business is something that is very much on the radar of lots of very, very successful organizations. So that's kind of a bit of a brief overview of what Friday is going to be all about.
And you mentioned this for senior execs within business, but who are the guys and girls that we would really like to get on, and who's going to really benefit from this session?
Yeah, I mean the topic can relate to all sorts of people. Job seekers can harness thought leadership to boost their job prospects. People who are in a job who want to move on with their careers can use it to boost their career prospects. And we'll kind of touch on that, but the angle for Friday is more around senior leaders who are shaping the strategy of their organizations and want to be more successful in their marketplace. So this is more aimed at the kind of business development and business strategy side of it, more than it is aimed at sort of job seekers. But if there's anybody out there who is kind of thinking about, maybe if they had a tap on the shoulder, they might be interested in a move, then this would also be useful content for them. But this is mainly aimed at senior leaders who are shaping that strategy and that agenda internally, and how this can become part of that sort of ecosystem of how they move that business forward in these difficult times.
Yeah, sure. And how, briefly, without giving too much away about Friday, how do you sort of see people will benefit from the session?
Yeah, I think it's going to, at the very least, it's going to be very eye-opening for people. But I think what people will come out of it with is a new way of developing their business's brand and position in their marketplace, and of course thereafter an ability to acquire more business.
Yeah.
So it's very much aimed at driving businesses forwards in a tough market. Things have changed, haven't they? Yes, some of the more direct marketing still works, and certainly people should be doing that, but I think we live in an age now where it's a lot more about relationships. Mm-hmm. I think it's come full circle. Business used to be about relationships, and then it became very transactional, and now it's come full circle. I think it's about relationships again, people by people. So it's all about being able to do that, but doing it on scale. With our thought leadership strategy, we've generated literally millions and millions and millions of pounds worth of revenue by adopting a thought leadership strategy. This stuff really, really works. So if the people that are listening to this now want to develop the brand of their business and want to acquire more customers, then this is definitely a session for them.
Yeah, and I think that we've put out a bit of content, around this event on Friday, and that's a quote from Jeff Bezos from Amazon that says, "Thought leadership is how people describe you when you're not in the room." So I think that kind of is a good headline for people to understand what thought leadership is all about. Is there anything you'd like to say, sort of to close off this video now, Matt?
No, I think that final part is a great sum up, really, and this whole topic is really about managing your external persona, both from an individual perspective and from a corporate perspective, and how you can develop that external persona or that external brand to the advantage of your organization. And it's sort of taking it a stage further from just PR and comms into actually how can we develop this into a proactive strategy to become real authority figures and leaders, once again, both as individuals and as a corporate entity in our marketplace, in order to drive the business forwards.
Absolutely. Great stuff. Hey, well, I'm really looking forward to Friday. I'll put a link below of what people need to click on to register. Thanks again for your time, and we'll see you on Friday.
Cheers, Darren. Thanks, everybody.